me, Erick, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today, guys, I have an interesting story. And before we actually get into the story that I scripted, it took me 2 hours to do. Not script, but it's a true story, which we'll get in a second. Happy New Year's! Welcome to 2018 to Erick, guys. And today, this year is gonna be the year, guys. I can see it. Okay, guys, we're going to blow this channel up. Hopefully, by the end of the year, I will talk about my New Year's resolutions. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you in the beginning of the year, because if I tell you now, you're gonna be like, ugh. So in the end of the year, you guys will see my 2018 New Year's resolutions. And today, guys, I hope you guys are having a great 2018, and I hope everything that you guys wrote for your 2018 resolutions come true, because you know 2018 is gonna be a bomb, because 2017 was not actually the year. If you actually haven't seen it, watching the guard system 2018, the worst year of my life, and you guys could go check it out right now. And let's do it. Sorry if I cuss a lot in this video. I'm not cuss a lot, but I'm gonna obviously burn it out, beep it out. But I am so sorry to all the parents that are watching this video and all the teachers that are gonna be watching this video, because this is the rated PG-13 channel, okay, guys? So don't be surprised if word language comes out, because you know every teenager everybody has cussed in their life at least one time. So don't be amazed. Okay, so welcome back. Oh, sorry, guys, I just ran upstairs. So I didn't wrote it. So but if you guess by the title of this video, things are about to go down between me and this teacher that I had a few years back. I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but I wrote it down, because I know if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget. So if there's a lot of cutscenes, because I have to memorize it and say it. So I'm always the nice child in the whole, like I'm like the nicest person you will ever meet if you're nice to me. There are some people out there that have seen my bad side, because they do things to me. So if you're that one person, please stay out of my life. So this teacher, I had him for math, right? So this teacher, I had him for math, and he will assign us so much homework. You don't even know. He will assign us homework from like questions 50 to like 100 per night, every single night, and every day. Oh my god, we will always complain. We will always say like, we don't have time to do this, sir. Like, we don't have time, right? Period. Don't that. Yeah. And like sorry, my hair's messed up. I don't know why my hair is like that. But the thing that he will always say, there are 24 hours in a day, and guys, I'm such a nice student, and I don't like talking back to teachers. Like, I hate it. Like, I hate it. So I like it when you're an adult, we have to respect. I don't like talking back to teachers, because if I disrespect the teacher, obviously she might disrespect me. So I'm like, so that's why I'm always nice to teachers. If you see me like giving gifts and stuff, because I want teachers to be nice to me too, not just like the student in the back of the class trying to like give a bad grade and stuff like that. So when he was saying we have 24 hours in a day, well, okay, mister, there are 24 hours in a day. And in the day, we're sitting in a chair, surrounded by teachers. We're basically in the prison. My English is A1, guys. He will always look at us and just does nothing. He would not even go over the homework. Literally, he would just like, okay guys, give us your homework right now. He will always like, okay guys, give me your homework right now. If you didn't do it, that's 0. Every time we will take a test, all of us will miss the same question. We will miss the same freaking question. And as a teacher, he doesn't go over it. He just marks it all wrong. Me, maybe as a teacher, 1, there's something wrong with the problem. 2, I didn't teach this problem scientifically. Or 3, no, I was trying to think of a 3, but I couldn't find one. You're the teacher and you have 20 students, and the 20 students got the same problem wrong. What is the probability that you are a teacher and you suck at teaching? Hold on, let me get this. We have my clipboard, right? Okay, let's call him Mr. Board. Mr. Board has 20 students. Sorry guys if the lighting changes. Okay, Mr. Board has 20 students. 8 of those 20 students got the wrong 20 students got the wrong answer. What is the probability that Mr. Board is a teacher that doesn't know how to teach his class and should blame himself instead of his 20 students? Acknowledge the fact that he's a failure as teaching and not his students. At this time, we're learning about equations. And in equation, we have constants and variables. In this equations, the students are the variables. We are the variables in this problem. And you know what the constant is? You know what x is? Mr. Board. My calculation shows that you're 100%, that you freaking suck. That's not what even I'm talking about. That's just the first half of the story. Oh, guys, you might want to stay tuned for this. This is like the important part of the whole video. The thing that he will always say that drove me up the actual wall. But wait, before we say what he will say, the thing that we will say, us the 20 students, we will always say, we have to do. This is too much homework. We have a life. And the thing that he will always say, there's 24 hours in a day. There are 24 hours in a day, right? 24 freaking hours in a day. Now, let's get down to the facts, shall we? Doctors suggest that students should have 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night. Most students get 6 hours tops, if you're lucky. Now there's 6 hours from our 24 hours gone from sleeping. Well, let me get my board and follow along. We have 24 hours in a day, right? As we discussed, most students usually get up to 6 hours tops or less if they're lucky. Mine is 6 hours from sleep. Now we're down to 18 hours. Of those 18 hours, 8 hours we're usually stuck in this institution. We have 10 hours left. That's just from sleeping and from school, not including to get out from school, going to school, and coming back from school. So let's just take an average of 2 hours. So mine is 2 hours from getting ready to going to school, getting home from school, because it usually takes an hour because the bus takes forever. Now we're down to 8 hours. What are we gonna do with those 8 hours left? Okay, let's talk about after school activities. Do you have practice? Do you have some kind of sport? Let's take about 2 hours away from our day from practice. 2 hours. The magic board of school. I know I look so pale. Okay. You only take 2 hours if you actually have an extracurricular. You only take 2 hours if you have an extracurricular activity. I don't know how to say that. Now we're down to 6 hours. God forbid you're into volunteer work, you're in a club, art club, something. Let's take about an hour for all the good people out there. Now we're down to 5 hours. We're down to 5 precious hours of our day. Do you have chores to do? Does your parents want you to clean your room? Do you have to pick up your brother from the bus stop? This take about an hour to do chores. Now we're down to 4 hours. Okay, let's talk about middle school. If you're in middle school, let's talk about you. So middle school, how many classes do you have? You usually have math, science, social studies, and language arts. That's 4 classes. Plus an extracurricular, whatever, an elective, I don't know. You probably have fine arts, bands, orchestra, chorus, health class, gym, PE class, I don't know. And say most likely every single night the teachers give you homework. So let's think of a middle school student. Let's say it takes you about 45 minutes to do your homework. So after the 45 minutes of 5 classes, we subtract 3 hours and 45 minutes. So we're down to 4 hours for middle school students. High school students, we're gonna get to you in a second. This is gonna be really tragic. So if you're in high school or you're about to be in high school, this is gonna be a pain in the butt, okay? So let's say that you take about 3 hours and 45 minutes to do your middle school homework. Now we're down to 15 minutes. Precious 15 minutes. What are you gonna do? But wait, let's talk about high school. High school students, what's up? How you doing? You have 4 precious hours left. But how many classes do you have? You usually have 6 classes doing history, science, math, English. Usually you have an elective, not including lunch, gym, and free period. Let's just say you have 5 classes. And let's say those 5 classes usually give you homework every single night. Believe it or not, that's true. Let's say it takes about an hour to do your homework from each class. So now you have 5 classes. Subtract 5 for homework. Oh wait, there's a problem with the problem. -1 hour. Get in the f***ing oven and bake, bitch. So, -1 hour. And that's why usually high school students stay up at night. Because they're already done the things they love doing the whole day. But you teachers give us to do. And yeah, I'm gonna get that to a minute. You give us so much homework that we have to stay up all night because we've been doing practicing, being volunteer work, doing our chores from our parents. We don't have time to do it. So for a high schooler, you have no time to do homework. So now what are you gonna do? What? I don't have time to do this anymore. Now you have to give up something you love doing. Doing sports, being in an art club, being in wrestling, being in cross country. You give up something you love doing because teachers give us homework and now school is taking over. And now your life is miserable because you just got kicked off the basketball team because you're failing your class because you haven't been doing your homework because you've been practicing all day. After the rant for high schoolers, let's go back to middle schoolers. If you're elementary, I don't know, I haven't been in elementary school for a long time. So now, let's go to a middle school. So middle school, it takes you about 45 minutes because they don't give you a lot of homework like high schoolers do because they take an hour or more, even longer. Okay, so you have 15 minutes. Let's say, if you do your homework less than 45 minutes, you have 15 minutes left. So now, you have 15 minutes left. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go relax? Spend time with family? Go outside? Socialize? Having a friendship? No, because you're gonna be doing your math homework that you haven't even finished and tomorrow you're gonna have a bad grade on it anyways. Because you know what? There are 24 hours in a day, buddy. I'm not a big fan of homework, as you can tell. I am a firm believer that kids should be spending time outside, socializing, being creative, painting, playing sports, meeting new people, and walking your dog. Doing something. The last thing you want to do is go home and do more of that you've been doing all day. If you want kids to learn, if you want kids to succeed, let kids do what they want to do. Wait, but there's something right. Wait, he was right about something. You will need math in your real life. And he was right. If you saw my last video, let's just do a really quick rewind. The other things you won't need. You won't need science or social studies. I am 100% feeling like school should teach us everything in elementary school, like our amendments and stuff like that for social studies. History, right? We should just learn that in elementary school. We should have everything. When we're in middle school or high school, we get to choose. We should get to choose if we want to do social studies, if we want to do science. Like, to be honest, I just feel like we're just gonna need language arts because we need to like apply for a job. We need to learn how to do our punctuations, capitalizations. We need to learn how to do that. Language arts and math should be the only thing, should be the must thing that we should be doing in middle school, in high school. In social studies and science, learning about force, gravity, Newtons, and stuff like that. We should already learn that before we hit middle school. So when we're in middle school, we want to learn it more further in, we get to choose it. But no, because if you haven't heard this phrase from your teachers, every year you're learning the same thing, but you're just adding one more thing. So basically every year we're just repeating the thing that we just did last year. We're just adding one more step. We should already learn everything before we hit middle school. What's wrong with you teachers? You should already teach us before we hit middle school and high school. We don't need to learn every year. We should be doing our own thing. I feel like social studies and science should be kicked off for middle school and high school students that only should be optional. And there should be putting those classes doing how to start a business, how to make a bank account, how to pay your mortgage in time, how to get a car, how to do a check-ins account. I don't know, real life scenarios. Cooking, cleaning, not spending your stupid money on things you don't need in life. That's what we need to be learning in school. We don't need to learn about the Civil War or the World War I or World War II. We should be learning that before we hit middle school and high school. So if we want to learn it further, because every year we're just adding another step, we just click and say, okay, I want to learn about the Civil War more, or I want to learn about gravity or something. Guys, if you can't tell, I'm heated. Woo! Guys, literally school is okay? It's I'm gonna stress so much editing this video. So there you go, guys. Okay, guys. Oh my god. I know it's weird starting this new year like this because, you know, it just clicked on me because I was watching this YouTube video a few days ago and I was like, oh, I remember. So share this video with your teachers, guys. I'm being serious. You should tell your teachers, send a link, email them, say like, hey, you should be watching this. Like, he proves a good point. Like, send this to your principal saying, hey, science and social studies should only be optional because here you go, and they watched the whole video. So if you're a teacher or a parent watching this, I hope you guys have something, like hopefully something clicked saying, oh yeah, we should do that. Hopefully something clicked. But I'm not saying that school is bad or anything. If I offended any of you science or social studies teachers, I'm truly sorry, but I feel like we only should be learning limited things from you guys and not the whole thing. Like, we only, like, I don't know why. Like, checking by the time by my screen, I think this video is gonna be pretty long. So if you stay this long, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna cry. 2018 is gonna be the bomb, guys. Today, January 8th, 2014, is the day I started my YouTube channel. And there you go. So I've been on YouTube for 4 years now. Well, I haven't started uploading, but that'll be another YouTube video. But there you go, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video at all, and if you feel like we should start learning the things that we want to do and not what the school provides us, because it's give this video a fucking thumbs up. Hit it like you mean it, and hit the subscribe button. Hit it like, sit on it if you want to. Sit on the subscribe button, and remember to share this video with your friends. Seriously, like, this person knows how to teach. I'm Erick Dallas, and I'll see you guys next week with a brand new video. All my social media links are down below, and guys, I'll see you guys next week.